like a 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea diving
I'm
bell?
wearing a circa. I'm inside now of a circa 1940s diving suit used by the Navy that I purchased in salvage, and I'm going to be diving to the rendezvous to retrieve some of my valuables.
What are you wearing under the diving suit?
I'm long underwear.
I can see.
They inform me that the diving suit can get chilly. It is not because it's from the 1940s.
Mr. Newton.
It's not climate controlled. Therefore, I might be a little chilly at the bottom of the ocean.
Looks a little like the movie Gravity.
I will be diving down to the rendezvous in 45 feet of water. The boat sank in my slip. And not, of course, I'm not wearing a slip.
No, of course not.
And just another series of bad luck, and I'm going to be examining the damage just to see if it was sabotage.
Mr. Newton,
yes,
I know
hello,
that
Oscar.
you're notoriously a hands-on
We'd love to see you out at a Wayne show.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm probably not going to happen.
We'd love to have you as one of the Wayniacs.
He's not a Wayniac.
Yes,
I'm the Wayne Newton fan,
Such
Wayne.
a devastating day for the entire Newton family.
You've had a bad year.
But the boat is sunk and it's slipping into Lake Mead.
Why do you have to examine the damage?
I don't trust anyone. When I lost my property.
Oh, the Casa de Shenandoah?
Yes, Casa de Shenandoah. And I had to give away most of my wildfowl. I was completely devastated, and therefore I have just a bit of paranoia when it comes to some of my creditors and some of my the IRS and the federal government. And I think people have. I think that there is a march to bury Wayne Newton, and therefore I'm going to go down to the bottom of the sea, and I'm going to see what they do at the bottom of the lake.
The abuse that you've taken.
I'm going to see if this boat was sabotaged by the federal government.
All I know is that it probably would have killed a weaker man. You know, you look really uncomfortable. Can you remove?
Yeah, let me just.
What do you have is a huge brass helmet that has like four windows on it.
Let me see if I can get this off.
Oh, much better.
Okay, I'm sitting on the end of the dock.
Were you
ready.
running out of air in there?
Yes. I'm feeling just a little bit lightheaded today.
Take a breath.
Thank you, Rob.
Take a breath. I want to read to you about the boat. This is a tragedy.
Away.
The rendezvous is in 45 feet of water.
Yes, it's in 45 feet of water in the slip.
A 65-foot luxury houseboat.
A lovely houseboat. We had such great parties, great times out there. I spent every weekend in the summer on Lake Mead.
I understand that it was impeccably decorated by Mrs. Newton.
That's therein lies the valuables. There are so many works of art,
chandeliers,
so many of my treasures that are on my boat, on my yacht, that I wish to receive before they become irrevocably waterlogged.
I've just passed Oscar a photograph of the boat, just the tip of the boat.
Just the tip.
Just the tip is facing out of the water.
That was actually sent to me by a showgirl in 1968.
The boat looks filthy.
Yes. Well, we didn't maintain it properly. I've been extraordinarily busy traveling the world, and I finally had a vacation.
I understand
overseas, and I flew back to Lake Mead, and I said, "Listen, I'm going to tell you something.
Okay.
If you get divers from the government or from the police department, I'm going to kick you right in the ass."
Sure. Yeah, it's been a bad year for you.
I said, I have a.
Do you think Carson's estate did this?
You know what? It could have happened. I'm not quite sure, but someone is out to get me, and by God, I'm going to get to the bottom of it. And I said, no divers for me. I'm doing it myself. I'm going down there in my circa 1941 diving suit with the big metal helmet, and I'm going to go down myself.
You were kind enough to fax me your suspect list, and your number one suspect is, of course, the federal government.
Right.
Number 2,
yes,
the Johnny Carson estate.
The Johnny Carson estate, and, of course, number 3,
yes,
the estate of my brother Jerry.
Jerry Newton.
Jerry Newton.
You hated. You wanted to kill your brother.
His sole goal in life, his sole goal in life is to bury me.
Yeah.
And I tell you, you can sink all the ships that Wayne Newton has in his Navy, but that's not going to happen.
Navy?
Well, no, I don't, but I'm just
someday.
I'm using a goddamn expression.
I'm with you.
But I also think that I find material with some of the bumps in the road that I have, and therefore I will be incorporating music about this incident in my live show.
What will you do?
I was rehearsing it earlier today.
And how does that go?
Here we go. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
I know this song.
SpongeBob. SquarePants.
Then do you play the trumpet?
Yes, and the guitar, and also the drums.
That's fantastic.
And I will not be coming. I will be beginning my show. I will not be coming out from now on in a spacesuit.
How will you come out?
In this diving suit.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at www.mikeomarashow.com.
Stay tuned for an
outstanding entertainment program.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show.
Let's get down to business.
From the entertainment capital of the world.
I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you are looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I have acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will kill you.
Good luck.
The Rolling Stones.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show. Mike O'Mara, Rob Speedwagon, Oscar Santana. And now, from his easy chair, here's Mike.
Live from Studio 1K in the Flavorplex Broadcast Center. This is the Mike O'Mara Show, downloaded worldwide over 20 million times and powered by Encore Insurance. We're at MikeO'MaraShow.com, 102 in Washington, D.C.
I want to say hi to the double K.
And the mighty 1630 KCJJ in Iowa. Today's show is brought to you by FanDuel.
Oh, yeah.
FanDuel.com. Buddy Patterson wrote me a note.
Hey, buddy.
Thank you, Mike, for introducing me to FanDuel. I just won first place. $300.
Hey, buddy.
In a $2 player league.
Wow.
Fourth week ever playing any kind of fantasy football. What a blessing. FanDuel has been referred to as a blessing by this particular listener.
You must mean Buddy Patterson.
Buddy Patterson.
Buddy.
I've been out of a day gig for about 6 weeks, now just playing music in my new job, NFL talent consultant. I am up. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Buddy's having a good season. I am up $587.50 over my initial deposit. Again, thank you, the Budman from Mobile, Alabama, and you can do it too. We're talking about
they call
FanDuel.
him the Josh Murphy of the South.
Yeah. Don't make me get out my lineup.
I won't.
Josh, you have to teach me how to put my own lineups in now.
Yes.
It's official.
Yes.
Because the Philadelphia Eagles starting quarterback and Deshaun Jackson, I think a total of 8 points between them for me.
Wow, that's eight more than I scored.
But that's not what's going to happen to you. 1 week fantasy football leagues for real money, immediate weekly cash payouts, no waiting, no upfront fees, and no season-long commitments. It's FanDuel. Go today to FanDuel.com. Click on the microphone in the upper right-hand corner. Use my code TMOS to sign up today. Here's the new user special. The first 200 listeners to sign up will have their deposit matched up to $200. But you have to enter the code TMOS when you join FanDuel.com, where every week is a new season. That's FanDuel.com. Use the code TMOS and sign up today. And it's a very interesting sounding show for me today.
You know what? I'm uneasy,
because I've changed
too.
headphones today.
I'm uneasy because I'm not used to seeing you without your big honking. Because you know what? Of all of us, you've always had the biggest headphones.
Yes, I like big.
Yeah.
I like
cartoon size.
I like big headphones, and I cannot lie.
Now, do you have your old ones here that you could show
Yes.
as a display? And what brand are they? I forget. I know you wore COS 4As forever.
He runs around and finds them. He has to hunt them down.
And you love
I've had these for a long time.
You love those.
These are called. It's a German manufacturer.
It's not Sennheiser.
It is not Sennheiser. It is. What's
with a D?
It is Beyerdynamic.
Yes, of course.
Beyerdynamic, and they are fantastic. However, we are doing a little something today that required me to have very nice hair. And now that my hair has grown out long again, I don't want it to. It will get really muffed up if I have these headphones.
May I impose on you? May I put you on the spot? Yeah. Wouldn't those be a great giveaway?
No,
at the State Theater?
F you. I'm not giving away my headphones.
He's not going to wear these forever. What he's wearing today.
Yes, he will.
I might not.
That's what Imus said when Imus got his stethoscope headphones. I'm sure Imus said, "I'll never wear these forever."
Imus looks infirmed.
Imus looks great.
Stethoscope headphones were the worst headphones I ever tried.
You tried them in New York City?
They were horrible. They were horrible. What these are actual band monitor headphones for on stage.
Not BANNED.
These are band headphones.
Like for if you're with a musical organization.
Like they're ear monitors that you would see, and these are custom made. These were made for my ears, and I got them in red, white, and blue. They're very patriotic.
Oh, look at you.
Can you see them?
They're American.
Can you see them?
Yeah, you know what? That'll be
Can you see them?
You should probably get that same design when you get your hearing aids. Because you look like a great American.
But that's just around the corner, too.
Oh, I know.
This has nothing to do with level, because you guys know I can hear beautifully with those headphones. As a matter of fact, I'd like to have those headphones on all day so I could hear my wife when she's yelling at me.
Or perhaps the other.
I'd love that. But these are...
I just think it would be a great giveaway.
These are. It's all about positioning these. You can. I mean,
what's wrong with those?
What's wrong?
They're great. They're great for when you're playing a gig, but for what we do, because I've tried those in the past.
Right.
Not the ones that are custom made.
Yeah,
but
these are
you
super
get the Bose ones.
Similar. No. They're actually they were Sures. They're really expensive. As a baby DJ, I got them as a present.
Right.
So I tried them on, and I remember I was like, "This is going to be great."
Right.
I don't have to wear these things anymore. I'll do something different.
Right.
We're so used to the sound being completely shielded by these earmuffs.
Yeah, you can actually hear from around the room.
Yes, that's the problem.
But you know what? I'm surprised because they actually took casts of your beautiful ears.
My gorgeous, beautiful, Dumbo-sized ears, which I believe my son might have inherited.
A lot of people don't know this, that before he was a disc jockey, Mike was an ear model. He was.
Thank you, Rob.
High definition.
But I'm surprised with that because they're like rubberized and fit to his ears. They don't cut out the outside sound.
No, this is good. They're made for playing with big monitors up on stage and not feeding back. So they're actually but they can screw up. It's a similar thing to like an IFB, which you will see on TV reporters when they have those. They use those.
Jerry hates them.
When you're watching any news show, especially the Today Show, your local news, there is usually somebody screaming into the ear of the people. Go to the tape. Go to the tape. That type of thing.
Wind it up. Wind it up.
Exactly. That's how that works. So I tried them today. It's a thinner sound. It's not the full sound that I'm used to. It doesn't have the bass response that I'm used to.
Well, with my voice.
So it's
and mine. Jeez.
Yeah, exactly. Look who you're dealing with, Mike. There's no bass to be heard.
Yeah. No, but I mean, usually there's a low end that is significant on the headphones that I have. The low end is not here.
So you don't like them?
As long as your quaff isn't messed up.
That's all that matters.
You're looking good, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes, down another 2 pounds today. I'm very happy about that.
And that's just in headphones.
This is
but
true.
I'm
very happy with that. I'm feeling a little thin today.
That is a new shirt?
That's a 4X. No, I'm just kidding. It's a new shirt.
I find that the pattern on
it's a golf shirt.
I find it disorienting.
It's a golf shirt.
It's very exciting with lines going this way and
Fila
lines.
Is my new golf shirt brand. I like now that they basically make golf shirts out of plastic.
Yes.
Or whatever the material is. They're not made out of cotton anymore.
No. Space age polymer.
So I go with it's kind of a tennis company, but they make golf wear too. Fila Sport is what I'm wearing today.
Is that what? Who wears? Is anyone on the tour that is a Fila guy?
I have no idea. That's not what I base it on, Rob. I set my own style patterns. That's how I do it.
And 1990
because I remember there was a time when you tried so hard to dress like Sevi.
Sevi Ballesteros.
Yeah, he'd come in looking like that. And then you went through your Lee Elder period.
Then there was the Charlie Sifford era. Let's mention all obscure black golfers. It was fantastic. I'll tell you, that's a short list. That's for sure.
Short list.
Charlie Sifford, Lee Elder,
Bagger Vance.
I might be out of that.
And he's mythical anyway.
Sorry. You know what movie I watched? An ancient movie. I mean,
what?
It was not ancient, but it was out a long time ago. It's the Will Smith movie where he's chased by the robots. Is that iRobot?
iRobot, yes.
What a piece of crap.
That is bad.
I love
But Will
movie.
Smith makes you love that movie.
It's great.
It's a douchebag movie.
What?
Great.
What is in your brain?
I'm sure it's great.
It's a lot of fun. Roller coaster. Could happen.
It's the worst CGI. It's the worst CGI. Yeah, the robots will all get brains and have souls and try to run us down.
Hey, if we humanize them enough, you never know what happens.
But you know what the formula is?
Would you quit listening to Todd? It's not going to happen.
Hey, if Todd had been responsible for that healthcare rollout, we wouldn't be in these dire straits.
That's true. But if
Todd was doing it,
if Todd was responsible for the healthcare rollout, it would cost $1.99 to get healthcare.
Yeah, but you know what? You know how people would feel about healthcare in this country?
Yeah.
They'd get compulsive about it.
They should.
Ding, ding.
What was the Will Smith movie where he was the last man in New York City?
That is I Am Legend.
Now, that was a good movie. I liked that.
I liked I Am Legend because it didn't have the Will Smith jargon that iRobot did. The Will Smith formula, and it started with, was it Independence Day?
Yep. 94.
It started with Independence Day, and the Will Smith jargon would be fighting these elaborate aliens, space creatures, whatever. Always some supernatural thing.
Elaborate aliens.
Aliens and space creatures, and really sophisticated technology that Will Smith is going up against, and then he says something like, "Man, you get off my car." You know, just some stupid, mindless line.
I have one for you. I can quote one for you.
Okay.
just eager to get out of here and start kicking E.T.'s ass.
Yeah, Will's so simple. He makes everything so easy to understand. Duh.
Why can't Carlton make an action film? That I'm watching.
I think he's built for that.
I think it's that formula that is just so
overdone.
Dumbed down. It really is.
I'm all in.
Yeah, of course you are.
I am part of the millions and millions that go and see it.
Yeah, I know.
The sequel to
I,
Robot.
It's really sad because I'd like to see those millions spent on writing decent stories.
Or perhaps at our Amazon page.
Yes.
I think that they can do a sequel for Oscar to iRobot called I, Moron.
You know what? Oscar and I...
You guys are the minority.
We have the
Minority
opposite.
Report.
Well, I saw Gravity and I like Gravity.
No, but I'm saying if you look
that's nice.
If you look at the box office totes, as far as the money that has been made from those movies...
You're using my grandmother's Lawrence Welk argument, and it's not going to work with me.
That's right.
Because my grandmother used to say, Lawrence Welk has made all that money. You can laugh at him if you will, but he made all that money. That's not how I judge. I don't judge... by sheer numbers. I don't. I judge by quality. I judge by
What, isn't quality subjective?
iRobot in 30 years is not going to be a movie that people are going to love. Okay?
No, because
Shawshank
we will have
Redemption
been conquered.
in 40 years is still going to be remembered.
That's fair.
Shawshank Redemption is going to be a piece of art that because it's a great story. iRobot, not so much, because they rely on the technology of the day. And the technology of the day, this is what I also wanted to mention to you, because you can appreciate this, the technology of the day is completely dated now. You look at that, and it really looks like a silly, stupid cartoon.
Well, people would say the same thing about Jaws, but people love Jaws.
No, Jaws has held up because the effects actually were minimalistic. They didn't show the shark until 45 minutes into the picture.
I understand that, but the shark
do
fake.
you understand how your argument doesn't work?
The shark looks so fake, though.
Shark doesn't look fake.
Yeah, the shark looks fake.
At the end, it does. But up to it's a real shark.
It looks fake when they're stabbing it with that fake blood. It looks like they're stabbing. It looks like they're stabbing a plastic shark.
I think the only time the shark looked fake, and a spoiler alert if you haven't seen this movie, is when it gets Quint. I think that's the only time they oversell
Spoiler alert for Jaws.
I think that's the only time they oversell it. And
I
hope
Wayne doesn't run into that freshwater Lake Mead shark.
Oh, that's the worst one. There's a reason for it. Is because they had a mechanical shark that was supposed to be all throughout the picture.
I've heard this. Yeah,
that didn't work, so they had to shoot around it.
Here's the thing about the Will Smith. I love the concept.
No comment on the Welk?
The Welk, is that Lawrence Welk?
Of course.
Thank
Champagne
you,
time.
boys. There we are. My grandparents used to watch this, and then roller derby. It's a wonderful house.
I still TiVo Welk.
So let me say this about the Will Smith formula.
Yes.
I love the story. The concept of iRobot would, I'm watching that movie and I'm saying, hey man, this is great. The robots look really cool. The idea of having a robot like we would have a microwave or a television in our home, brilliant, really concept. Actually, very nice. And then they just take it, and because they're so afraid that the people are going to think, they actually dumb it down to where there's got to be a chase scene every 10 minutes.
Of course. And then after the chase scene, they restate what's happened.
Yes.
Like there's people coming into the theater every 10 minutes. You're not doing radio. You don't need a reset. Yeah, I can follow the plot.
It's just, and so many of his movies, like, what's the one that completely tanked at the box office?
Wild Wild West.
That is I like. Wiki Wow Wow.
You like this?
Crank it up, Rob. Wiki Wow. This is what I like. I like Will Smith's music. I always have, because I'm just a tragically white guy that likes that kind of rap music. Wiki Wild West.
Is it really rap music?
I would say it's more like it's really CHR at this point.
I was going to say if
old
rap music is jeans, isn't the Will Smith record kind of like Dockers?
I could now, yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's sort of made for guys.
Can you play the Wiki Wild Wild again?
Yes, of course.
That was Wild Wild West, which was that a box office success?
No, it has the Kevin Kline curse.
It's one of the examples of sampling that I approved of.
Good use of
I like
the
what
Stevie
they did
Wonder,
with the Stevie Wonder song.
Jim West.
It's on your playlist when you ride.
You want this on the playlist?
Can you put this? Yeah. I might feel like a jerk.
You know,
if I come
it's
up to
a shame we didn't
an
have
intersection.
this.
I've got this playing.
It's a shame we didn't have this for our field trip on Saturday.
I like this.
Yeah, it's great.
I do. Can't help it.
After Earth, I actually rented After Earth.
Oh, really?
So I will say that
you're like a turbo Will Smith fan.
Well, because I'm a fan of his.
He's out there freaking.
Not his sons. After seeing After Earth, Will Smith was Will Smith. His
son
Jaden
was
a bit of a jerk.
Yeah. What are you doing? You're done with, they're no good.
Over.
Oh, that means you're gonna have to turn the volume back up. While Mike changes his, while he changes his headphones, let us look at the next generation. I don't have any records from Jaden, but of course we do have Willow Smith.
She's another one that's had her career completely and totally propped up by her mom.
I don't know if I can buy into Willow Smith yet.
Do you flip your? Do you whip your hair?
Justin Bieber's buddy.
No, I can't buy into either. I can't, and it's not jealousy or hate.
Justin Bieber's friends, both Jaden Smith and Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah, you know what I don't care for, Mike? Never have cared for precocious children. And boy, those Smith children are precocious. Oh, you got to go up like 3/4 on his volume.
Yeah, there you go, Oscar. Boy. Yeah, there you go. Okay, that's better. Thank you.
There you go.
Yes, back an old friend. Welcome back to an old friend. Now listen to that bass response.
Woo!
Which one is this?
Will 2K. Woo!
Miami.
This is Will 2K. This is his welcome to the year 2000. And at least it doesn't sound like this song.
Now, what is this? This sounds like an old rap song from like the 70s.
This is
80s.
Miami, but it sampled Summertime Madness by Kool and the Gang.
Oh, Summertime. Where's that? Do you have that Summertime one?
I believe so.
I like that one, too.
Oh, you know what?
That's
I have to
classic.
It really is a classic
I
song.
have to do a different different search on that because that's when he was DJ Jazzy Jeff.
That goes back that far?
Oh, he was a Fresh Prince.
Yeah. Well, but he was with him.
So really, music, and I'm not going to argue, and incidentally, the
drums, please.
Please. There we go. 93 KYS, the Mike O'Mara Show on a beautiful Friday afternoon. How you doing, everybody? Here's your forecast for the weekend. It's going to be 85 degrees on Saturday. Get outside and enjoy yourself. Yes, sirree. Fantastic. Good times all around. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to give you a trip to Bermuda this hour. Make sure you're listening. 432-666-666.
Good number.
666. That's the number to call.
You see, but what I feel sorry is for the people that love that song.
Yes.
They would also love this song that's actually a better song, and that's what samples it.
Oh, I didn't know it was sampled.
The Kool and the Gang song sounds like a 200-degree day in the city. It's great.
Now, what is this?
This is Summer Madness. This is non-charter from Kool and the Gang, but what a great
God, I've never
record.
heard it. I don't think I've ever heard it. I know I never played it.
No, you probably wouldn't have.
Kind of has that sound is like when you see the squiggly lines.
Sometimes records just have atmosphere. Doesn't this just sound like summertime?
Oh, yeah.
Let me go a little bit into it so you can hear it.
Yeah.
I never knew that song was sampled.
Take a
wow.
look. Hey, baby. I see you wearing that tube top. You know what I want you to do right now? I want you to go to your refrigerator. Grab one of them ice trays.
Yeah?
Take out a block of ice.
Oscar, you probably didn't know what Tony Perkins sounded like when he worked with Donnie Simpson. This sounds like when Tony would fill in.
You know that little piercing you got?
It's the Tony Perkins show.
That little gold piece of jewelry that hangs right above your lovely little belly button. I want you to take that ice cube right now, honey. I want you to trace a circle around that lovely piece of jewelry. And I'm not just talking about the hardware. I'm talking about the software.
Wow.
Rub it around your belly. Because it's hot. It's so damn hot.
Whoa.
That's really... You're making me... You're ski... Oh.
Summer fun in D.C. All hit WAVA.
You were skeeving me out a little bit.
What are you playing now?
That was really creepy.
I had to get...
we had to get out of
just
that.
something to jingle out.
Sorry,
when you're talking about women sodomizing themselves with an ice cube.
I wasn't saying that. I was talking about their belly buttons, for God's sake.
Yeah, but I know where you were headed. I know how you work.
Anyway.
You dirty mind. That's you.
Anyway, we're trying to get on better schedule now, so we are going to take a break. And you're going to listen to the song stylings on a beautiful summer sunny afternoon of Foghat. As we take a commercial break, we're going to come back and talk to our own man, Ponyboy. That's right. He's made the show again for a second day in a row, talking about the fact that he's babysitting kittens. What a loser. That's coming up next on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Hey, Mike.
Yes.
My ice cube is stuck.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. This segment of the show is brought to you by Vistaprint, a small business's best friend. Most everything a small business needs for printing is available at Vistaprint, and we want you to get involved too. Personalized iPhone cases are available from Vistaprint.com. Easily design your own iPhone case to match your lifestyle, whether it's personal or business, whether it's a family photo, which I'm going to do, a team logo, a company logo, your wedding, your last vacation, even just a personal message. You can easily create your own iPhone case at Vistaprint.com. Prices start as low as $14.99. And if you own a small business, order iPhone cases for you and your employees with your company name logo on it.
Do it.
Prospective clients or prospective will notice. It's a great way to get your company's name out there or even give them away as company gifts. Vistaprint, affordable, quality marketing and printing products for small businesses. All iPhone cases. Get ready for this deal.
Yeah.
25% off for TMOS listeners, and you get free shipping on your entire order if you spend more than $30. So use that code. Go to Vistaprint.com/TMOS. Go to Vistaprint.com today. And we thank them, and I'm getting myself, I might get a Michael William case.
And that will replace the case you currently have of Oscar and me.
Yes, that's right. Naked.
The one with the sweaters.
That's exactly what it is. Pony Boy.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Did you enjoy watching TV with me this morning when we both reviewed the staggering Jenna Jameson video on Fox 5 in New York?
One moment, please.
Yes.
Pony boy, won't you be my pony boy?
Bye.
My
pony boy. And now the good one, please.
Pony time.
Here we go.
Get up.
Kitten sitting, blip. So you're going to be... You're sitting kittens right now?
Yes, I'm kitten sitting.
Is this for the married couple, the Hansons?
No, this is for one of my friends.
Please,
Really?
Mike, say it like a DJ.
Kitten sitting.
What are you doing?
I understand you are going to be doing kitten sitting this weekend.
It's a kitten sitting weekend.
Big Matt Bloom fun in his condo with kitten sitting.
A full weekend supply of Bloomography as we go kitten sitting.
Kitten sitting. How many cats are you taking care of, Pony?
Just two.
Just two? Would you care to elaborate a little bit, perhaps, since it's a radio interview?
I certainly would. They're lovely little. Wow.
Just keep talking, my friend.
Here they are.
It's two kittens. They belong to one of my friends.
All right, thank you very much. All
Wow.
right, well, that's good. So you're going to enjoy the week with them? How long? Is it a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? What is it?
2 weeks, probably.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Your friends just walk all over you. Why would you take kittens for 2 weeks?
And furthermore, with this 2-week babysitting of the kittens, how many days off are you going to need?
I think I'll be all right.
Kittens are the worst to take care of.
So you walk in the door every day?
You get rid of them. Yeah.
Are you kidding me? They're easy.
He opens the door every day and says,
Hello.
to his little kittens. All the time. I just saw
Do
Julia.
they sleep with you?
No,
Do you
Not yet.
Do you have the litter box in your house?
unfortunately, yeah.
Does it stink like cat poo when you go in there?
No, I've been scooping it regularly.
So kittens, so they're a little more developed. I mean, are they kittens or are they halfway to full grown?
They're just little kittens.
Just tiny little kittens? Mm-hmm. Well, who gets a goddamn brand new kitten and then takes off, leaving them to die with a single man?
Someone who's going to get kicked out of the place they're living at if they have kittens.
Oh, so you're fostering
Oh, so they're
them.
really stupid
Yeah.
because they got a cat without revealing whether or not they're allowed in their house.
cats.
Two
You got
cats.
it.
Of
So
course.
is this a woman or a man?
It's actually one of my best friend's sisters.
Oh, it's a chick. Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Here we go.
Third kitten.
So are you doing this
Sweater
just to show your... Does she come over every night to see the kittens?
She may or may not be coming over this evening to see the kittens.
Wow, this will be the world's smallest spaghetti party.
You remember that? That's good stuff. I like that.
Interesting.
Oh, you've
what
powered
happened?
down over
Yeah,
there.
I know, something's wrong.
Is your electrical cord in?
Let me ask you a question, Pony, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir.
So, when this young lady asks you to babysit, usually when you pet sit or you work with anybody, especially it's a neighbor or a friend, they don't want to put you out. So 2 weeks is until she finds a new place, or 2 weeks is just the bare minimum?
It's hopefully going to be 2 weeks.
So just 2 weeks.
I mean, that is if the cats don't pass.
Rob comes over to look at my replay and touches me on his shoulder.
I've always done it.
Stop that.
You've never. That's the first time you've ever said stop.
Stop. Yeah, I go more.
No. You're always just sort of passive about it.
So are you? You're taking care of this pussy for how long?
2 weeks.
And so
Could be more.
Do you think that maybe this is a real solid to do for somebody? Do you think this lady is going to be grateful?
Who knows, Mike? She's a person that I've known for a very, very, very long time, so I don't know that would
Is
work.
she paying you in presents or in flesh?
Paying you in flesh. Oscar, that sounds like something out of the Roman Empire. I will pay you in flesh.
Is she okay? You've known her for a long time.
Turn that music
Yes.
off. I hate that music.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Now, I wanna-
Is she unattached?
She is.
Currently unattached. And would you be able, without any compromising replies, tell us a celebrity that she resembles?
You know, she really
Pony,
doesn't
do not
resemble-
drop the ball
I
on
don't
this.
know. I'm not good with the celebrities.
It's
I would
horrible
say-
to ask him. That is
Well,
he
she's
hates that
blonde-
more
She's
than
a tall blonde girl, and she's your general attractive blonde girl.
Oh,
Generic.
really?
Wow, so, like, I'm going with Kelly Pickler.
Oh, very.
You see, I have no idea. who that
That's
is.
terrific. I'm going to go with. I'm trying to think who was in Revenge with Kevin Costner, and she played a biker chick in Kevin Costner's.
I've never seen Revenge. I don't
I'm going
think
a
I
long
have.
way with this.
What about Stacy Keibler?
She's not a
tall?
blonde, is she?
She was a blonde at one point. Her wrestling days.
Shelley Winters?
No. But the young Shelley Winters when
Right.
she was hot.
Trying to think of this.
So if she said, "Hey, we should probably sleep with each other because you're watching my,"
you
Or you think of
would you be
Emily
okay with
Van
it?
Camp?
Me?
Are you
Pony?
thinking of Emily? Oh, that's the TV show.
Oscar,
Revenge.
my best friend is probably listening to the show right now.
Okay,
so
she's-
I'm not going to.
oh, she's your best friend.
She is my best friend's sister.
Oh, best
So-
friend.
Oh, she's your best friend's sister. This is
okay.
confusing. You're
That's what I
you're
said.
not putting any clarity on this whatsoever.
Forgive me, Mike. Madeline Stowe.
No,
Is-
that's not who it is.
That's the star of
Blonde
Revenge.
Dickens.
I
All
know.
right, so no answer means yes. So let's do that math. Moving on.
Sally Kirkland.
Oh God! The original Hot Lips Houlihan, if I'm not mistaken.
Sally Kirkland.
That'd be good.
Yeah, and that, well, I'm thinking of those type of blondes too. And then Loretta Swit,
Yes.
lovely blonde ladies.
How old is this chick?
Oh, geez, I'd say 22.
Oh, and you're 30. You're older man.
That's right, and she looks a little like Ellen Barkin.
When she comes over,
Yeah,
how long does
Rob?
she hang out when she watches the kittens with you? How long do you guys hang out? Or does she hang out with the kittens?
Like 45 minutes or so.
So you have not really made
That's
it
enough
clear,
for
and I don't
twice.
want to put you on the spot here because if you are let me just say, if there was any kind of, is there any relationship that the sister of your best friend and you have?
I would say we are friends, but again, this is a family that I have been very close with for a very long time. So
You're such a nice guy to take care
Yeah.
of the cats.
You know, in the old days, that's the way real relationships started, by families that were close.
That
Do you-
approved of each other.
Do you think that if you were to take it to the next level with Hot Lips, that do you think it would compromise your friendship with your other friend?
Nicolette
I
Sheridan.
don't think it would.
Oh, yeah.
There's another one. Elizabeth Shue. I'm going through
1980s. Chase.
Just going through them.
So you
know?
think you have a shot with? Does she have a? When was her last relationship? The 22-year-old.
Jeez, I have no clue. I don't see her that
Precisely.
often.
Do you talk to her when she comes over and watches the kittens, or do you just sit in your room?
Well, I talk to her because it would be creepy to just sit there while she's looking at cats.
But you converse.
Really, it's going to be creepy no matter what, though, isn't it?
Kim Cattrall,
Oh, yeah. The latter day Kim Cattrall. Not like Mannequin.
Laura Linney.
Oh,
There
yeah.
we go. I'm
Modern
just
day
going through
Laura
them.
Linney.
Yeah, I'm going through them right now, there, boy. Helen Hunt.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I'll give you that.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I love the internet.
What did
Anyway,
you Google older blondes?
old black old
What?
Oh, black blondes.
old blonde actresses.
I did a similar Google. Boozy blondes.
Rebecca De Mornay, who have you
Oh.
seen? Rebecca De Mornay has held up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I haven't seen her
boy.
lately.
Yeah.
You know who's
The
starting
Hand That Rocks the Cradle. Remember that movie?
Oh, what
Yeah.
a great
Risky
now,
business.
now, do we agree on that
Yeah,
movie?
I did some things to myself to that movie.
That is a
Let me tell you.
fantastic movie.
You know who can see the wall,
It's
as a matter of fact?
for those twisted guys out there, and I hate to say this now, those twisted guys that might get a little kink out of the breastfeeding.
Oh, I didn't get into that. I
has
forgot that scene.
Well, the scene, that's the scene where he walks in.
No,
and
no.
he said that's where the challenged guy,
sex
the
scene.
guy that's like the handyman around the house
Yeah.
that's mentally challenged, and he looks in the window, and she, the babysitter, is breastfeeding the baby, and it's like, oh my god! But they linger on the.
You're really into breastfeeding. I never.
No, I'm
No,
not
and you
really.
know what else?
I'm really into Rebecca De Mornay.
I think this is another indicator of Oscar's grasp of a plot. That part might have eluded him.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I was
You know who has
she was
gotten
naked.
so close to the wall that she can actually see the moss lately?
Who's that?
Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone, but I mean Sharon Stone.
She's
still
held up a long time, but you know what?
takes care of herself.
There are a few pictures out where. Thank you, Andy Parks.
So probably
She hangs out with that crowd. Takes care of herself.
You should ask the kitten girl on a date. You should ask her.
We'll see how that goes.
Now, if they both, what I don't know. Talking to you, I don't know whether you're being you're torn now between respect for this family,
exactly,
and you're also torn because So the question is, I think it would be you can say it in a very respectful way. If you were not like close to this family and didn't know this family for years and years and years, would you find this woman in another circumstance? If you just bumped into her, your type. That's
absolutely.
Absolutely. Okay, absolutely. See, that's good.
And I knew that was
terrific.
the answer.
That's a great answer. And now you're telling me that's there's interest there.
And you know why? Because after 11 minutes, there would have been one phrase that could have shut this down, and he did not use it. Even he would use it. She's like a sister to me.
Right.
No, she's like a sister to the friend.
Right.
To him.
Yeah.
That's right. He's objectifying this fine woman from a great family.
Know this.
Heather Locklear.
Oh, Melrose.
How old is she, Pony?
22, he said.
Oh, 22.
Yeah.
Well, 23 now that this segment is going on. Yeah.
Forever.
Let me actually.
Let me add this.
You're not going to look up 22-year-old women, are you?
The internet's an amazing thing, Mike.
Right.
You type in your search, and then you get all these findings.
Well, the amazing thing is this won't take long. Mike has that one. So he has that one bookmarked.
Talented young actress. Jennifer Lawrence. All right, so nod your head or say yes if I'm going to go through these young actresses. Jennifer Lawrence. Any similarity there?
Maybe a little bit.
Okay, he
may be the wrong
Mike,
guy.
I don't know any celebrity. The only
do you have a photo of her
in this room?
Do you have a photo of her?
I can generate one.
I would like that. We don't want to show it. Don't want to show it on the show.
Why? Now, let me ask about her. Why was she? Well, she's 22, so that's somebody who would get cats if they came into her life. Two kittens, and not really think about how she was going to take care of them. Is that what happened?
Wonder who I'm going to get to watch the cat. The guy that'll do anything for me.
Yeah,
Why
and has
not?
been able to do anything for me for the last 10 years.
That's right. 10 years she would have been 12.
She started young.
Someone had to take her to 7-Eleven.
That's right. I want a Slurpee. Slurpee would be fun.
That sounded so nasty.
Oh, you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
No,
I'd like to go on record saying I don't know what you mean. Thank you very much. Thank you, Lovely Bones. That's a very that's very nicely said there. That's
probably
really
gave
nice.
a ride somewhere.
Left or right there?
So are you
on the left?
Then it's absolutely Jennifer Lawrence. God,
Wow.
it looks like a Jennifer
Oh
Lawrence
my God,
impersonator.
Pony, she's spectacular.
Yeah, I don't know what you're doing.
Oh, you know what?
Neither do I.
Boy, she's fantastic.
You should.
There's something about a woman in a hat that's so vogue.
After the show,
Pony's doing what any man would do. I respect Pony for watching these kittens. I respect him.
Yeah,
this is a
but
wonderful
this is what he
way.
needs to do. He needs to move all that nerd Nick computer nonsense out of his living room,
Right.
buy a weight bench, and every time she comes over, he's just doing sets, sets,
And
working
do
the chest.
And God rest his soul, the late Glenn Brenner. Do what the late Glenn Brenner did to me when I was at the Sport and Health Club in Bethesda. And I'm coming downstairs. This was a sportscaster that was just so fantastic here in Washington, D.C. And we were friends. I knew him from the show, and I knew him a couple of times bumping into him at charity functions. And I didn't know him super well, but he was just funny, and he knew that I thought he was funny. And I'm coming down the stairs, and he's bench pressing down at the bottom of the stairs with a spotter, and he sees me coming down the stairs. And I swear to God, he did this. He went, 330? 340? I will never forget that. I laughed all day about that. He was a very, very funny man.
Perfect.
So, well, let us know how it goes with the kittens, Pony.
Will do.
And I think this, this could be something for you. I think this is, she's letting you take care of her babies.
That's true. And also, does the Moody's daughter, do they want you to watch a guinea pig or anything?
We'll take a break, come back with more. Oscar has a very interesting high school development from right in our backyard. In fact, a town that we were recently in together. He's got that, and we'll have that next on the Mike O'Mara Show.
What went down last night?
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. This segment of the program brought to you by LegalZoom. A lot of you are beginning to take advantage of this, and we appreciate the Mike O'Mara Show audience taking advantage of LegalZoom. There are two reasons why now is the perfect time to start your business. Reason number one, the economy is picking up.
Yes.
Just look at the market today. The longer you wait, the longer you will delay your potential success. And reason number two, right now, you can incorporate your business or form an LLC at LegalZoom.com for just $99. This is so good for people that are terrified of having to get involved with a huge, expensive law firm. You can do this all. You can do it online. Their online process guides you step by step. They have made this user-friendly where you actually can work it out yourself. You don't need the counselor to do that. If you do, you can actually speak to an attorney, but they are not a law firm at LegalZoom. You will save a pile of money because of this. All you have to do is go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click the LegalZoom banner. It's as easy as that. Don't wait on the sidelines while others are taking charge of their futures. If there's something you need to do legally that you think is a simple process, you're probably right. It is simple, but you need the help that LegalZoom gives you. Now is the best time to get in the game. Don't put this off. For incorporation, trademarks, patents, and more, go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click on the LegalZoom banner. And folks, listen, this is how we feed our families. So if you go to LegalZoom right now, just because you're curious, you don't have to buy anything. You want to just take a look and see what it's all about. Do that for us. And if you go through the website and check them out today, it helps our show a great deal. We would consider it a personal favor if you do that for us.
It's great. You're probably already at our website because you're listening to our show. Just click that banner.
Remember, click LegalZoom at MikeO'MaraShow.com. We thank you in advance for that. Oscar called me today and got hip to a very interesting story. La 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 la.
Oscar's World.
Oscar's World.
Boo.
So this is an amazing story out of Annapolis. I don't know if this is the first time this has happened, but
in our backyard.
I file this under what has the world come to, because it is a little frustrating that we live in a world where we have to worry about these type of things. I don't know. I am conflicted. Let Oscar tell you the story, then we'll talk about it.
And you say Annapolis, really?
Annapolis High School.
Okay.
In my hot hand, I have the 2013-2014 student dance contract.
A contract for students going to a high school dance.
Not even for the band. This is for the students.
It's for homecoming. If you want to attend, this contract must be signed by the parent of the student at the high school and the student themselves and their guests.
A contract. Now, you know, schools have done this for a while. It's a contract. It's a non-bullying contract.
I remember those
that
coming
kind
around.
Of stuff.
You know, it was just starting when I was leaving high school, were the academic promise contract that you would not cheat and stuff like that.
Like an honor contract.
Yeah, an honor contract.
Okay.
The honor code was just starting. Luckily, it happened really in force after I left.
Before I get into it, now we're in similar generations but different stages of our life.
Yes.
Where when you went to a high school dance,
yes,
you expected certain girls to dance a certain way, to wear certain dresses.
We would all sneak into South Glastonbury Liquors to buy a bottle of Heffenreffer beer and a bottle of blackberry brandy. I don't know why that was the combination, but that's what we would steal. We didn't steal it. We bought it. The older kids bought it.
And your dates would always make sure, well in advance of the dance, that there was some non-sexual friend to watch their cat.
We'll be back after midnight, Pony.
We'll save you some brandy.
There you go. How you doing? Listen, maybe you can make it next time. Thank you. All right.
So I wanted to ask you first, were there ever any kind of questionable dresses or questionable types of dance when you guys were younger?
No. You know what? I can remember there are some jokes in it in the movie Grease, where the guy would go and pull them apart.
Yeah, I mean, I remember chaperones pulling kids apart that were maybe making out in the corner or something like that.
Never saw that.
Yeah, well, if we wanted to make out, we didn't do it on the, we didn't do it in the gymnasium, or we didn't do it in the cafeteria.
That wasn't your kink?
Yeah, man. Hey, let's go to the kitchen. No, it was
things. Things have changed, and
it has
some would say
changed.
for the worse.
Well, I think it's a stone cold block. It's for the worse.
Things are hypersexual. Even when I was in high school and I would go to homecoming or prom, I remember that there was always somebody that the guys would be like, "Did you see her dress?"
Incidentally,
or did you
at Americon 2013?
Yes.
When we are there, we will have Motor Booty Affair up on the stage playing the great disco hits of the 70s.
Sure.
And I will encourage the adults there to act sexually inappropriate.
Okay, perfect.
At our live show.
So they don't have to sign a contract like
Grinding.
this.
Well, everything on here will be encouraged at Americon 2013.
Let me go
Funny,
through
I just
dance
got off
policies.
the phone with Mickey Cucella. He promised to twerk.
So there was no grinding when you were younger.
Right.
You wouldn't grind on each other.
We didn't even know that. You wouldn't do that. You
Not
wouldn't-
until after the dance when you
Definitely
were
happened
home.
when I was growing up.
You wouldn't thrust your crotch into another person's
things
crotch.
have gone to another level. Now,
Okay.
for example,
a whole nother level.
all students must sign and submit dance contract in order to attend the school dance.
Okay.
Students suspected of illegal or controlled substances used prior to the entry of the dance area will be denied entry, and appropriate consequences will be imposed.
So that means
that's understandable.
If
That
you're
happens
Heffenreffer.
whether they're high or
If you're
drunk,
hammered.
they're thrown out.
All vehicles, including limousines, may be searched at any time.
Ooh.
Wow.
Now, see, if you've got somebody who wants to prevent this hanky-panky from going on, that's a pretty cool move because the limo's got booze in it.
Or you stash the limo, the liquor in there.
I know there was no beer cans in my mom's Taurus after prom.
Can I say this, though?
Yes.
The one thing I really hope doesn't happen.
What?
Because really, I don't want to lay it on the limo drivers, the guys that are out there doing.
Yeah.
Please don't jump on the limo. You know, the people are making their living doing this.
No, you're right.
Don't let a bunch of bad kids get a guy out of his game.
Yeah.
You bad kids.
You bad kids.
No outside food or drink will be allowed in the venue.
Timmy's has good tacos too. Tippies. Right.
The
Tippy's
dance
tacos.
hours are 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. That's a short dance.
That is a short dance.
No one will be admitted after 7:45 p.m. unless special permission is granted.
Sorry, RJ.
They make sure. they make sure punctuality. So they have less time to do the nasty
stuff. So the regular, the last two are once the student leaves, they won't be able to return.
It's really all these so far.
Okay,
kind of understand.
Yeah.
I think a lot of these are probably understood.
Yes.
So they've set the table. Now we move to the meat of this contract.
Right.
Sexually explicit dancing is defined as the following. And they ask you, the manner of dancing will be appropriate for school's functions. Sexually explicit dancing will not be tolerated.
Sexually explicit dancing, and do they list what sexually explicit dancing is?
Grinding or any other dancing that be constructed as vulgar or provocative.
Okay, if I'm sitting there as a chaperone and I've got this, just gives more juice to the chaperones, right? What are you think this is bad?
No, I'm having a bad flashback to a trip we had to take to K Street when we were told what we could and could not talk about on the radio.
Right.
These are vague terms interpreted by any chaperone. You know what? The chaperone, here's the thing. The chaperone for this dance is no different than you or me, the parent of a teenager. And
right.
you know what? I say that loosely. Julia will be a teenager in like 8 weeks.
Okay, read the rest of the list, and then I'll
But
give you my
that
opinion.
opening thing, that sounded pretty loosey-goosey.
Okay.
Intimate touching of the breasts, buttocks, or genitals that may simulate sexual activity.
Okay,
that's
more specific.
Thank you. Okay, I'm with them.
Yeah.
Buttocks touching a partner or in the air. So you can't actually pretend like you're
spanking
her in the air.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crap.
That was your signature dance.
That's where I would actually do it. Well, on the receiving end.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, with several of my male friends.
I remember one of them. I think it was Johnny. It was called "Ride the Pony," and he said, "Come on, Mike, let's ride the pony after we drink this heifer beer."
Making out, prolonged public displays of affection.
Yeah. All right.
Students will respect and be courteous towards all students and chaperones.
Good.
Now, here's the dress code.
I like that.
Oh, here's the dress code, Mike.
Clothing must remain intact and in its proper place.
Oh, Mike's breakaway pants. Legendary.
Rob, let him read the list, God damn it. Jesus.
No attires to be altered once students are admitted into the dance. So you can't go in the bathroom and change.
Okay.
Dresses that expose excessive amounts of skin, including the midriff, chest or legs above the knees, are not acceptable. Gentlemen should be dressed in semi-formal attire. Now,
so jacket and tie?
I guess I'd imagine jacket and tie.
Semi-formal's jacket and tie.
I would think so, yeah.
Consequences. Students violating the AHS dance contract will be removed from the dance.
Annapolis High School.
A student's parents will be called and expected to pick up the student immediately if the student violates the contract. No refunds will be given to the student directed to leave before the end of the dance.
So do all the students that are planning on going to that dance, they have to sign that?
Their parents and the kids have to sign this.
Or they don't get to go to the dance. So is there you heard a news story about this. Does that mean there's a controversy with this?
I mean,
parents bitching about it? Are certain parents bitching about this?
It just screams kind of like Flashdance.
Right.
That type of, that you can't do certain things. It screams
I'm torn.
I'm totally, he's the father, I'm the father, we're totally torn.
And you know what? What it does speak to, really, if anyone is...
Makes the teacher's or the chaperone's job easier, that's what I think.
Well, or harder. Because if what your decision is a decision between you two part, or you're getting kicked out of this dance because I have to call your parents.
If they don't do anything,
they'll be removed.
They'll be removed.
And their parents will be contacted to pick them up.
Okay.
Yeah. The only one who I think is probably going to really hate this is the bad parent. The parent that wants to be total hands
I
off.
agree with Rob.
I think that's the only person who could.
And I bet there are a lot of bad parents that are going, little Johnny,
Yeah.
why can't he grind? Why can't he get like an erection on the dance floor with his lady? Ooh.
And that's
because that's
going
to cause premature sexual activity and pregnancy,
Oh,
Mom.
because that's what always happens.
Well, no, but
Why
from the dance floor straight to the Holiday
I
Inn.
think if you've got kids,
I don't know.
I
don't know why
they
they're
don't all
not-
talk like that in Annapolis.
Well, what, do you have an Annapolis accent?
No, there's
Well, then we
none of it.
have to revert to Baltimore.
There is
It's
no.
close
Do
enough.
not make this Mr. Bigoted Virginia
Hun.
boy. Don't
Hun.
make this a Maryland issue.
All right, okay.
Johnny
how about
got
this
kicked
then?
out.
We go Eastern Shore then. Well, I don't know.
Downey Shore.
Well, I don't know. It's pretty good though.
I think what this is, this to me, if you've got a situation where obviously this probably was created because kids are doing it to start with.
Yeah.
That they have an issue with this.
Yeah.
And it seems to me that if you say like that's going to automatically happen. No, it might not. But if you've got a kid that's out there grinding his crotch into the woman's crotch, that's
Well,
probably
that's how I used to dance like that.
Yeah, he used to dance like Chris Penn in Footloose.
Yeah.
you know how we used to dance at my high school dance? Like this.
Oh no.
Yep. And chances are, if I remember high school
That's
dances
the
right,
song we danced to. Chances are.
chances are,
Chances are, though I were all silicon.
Pony's younger than us.
Yes.
Pony, did you ever go to dance?
Yeah, of course I did.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Yeah, someone had to play the music.
He is really on your ass today.
We're
Andy
giving
guy.
him a hard time. As I recall, most of the high school dances, there were the slow dances where you basically stood next to your
Yeah.
girl and swayed. But as I recall, like the up-tempo dances,
Right.
and this wasn't just me, this was everybody, there was like circles. There was
when
not, you weren't dancing one-on-one
no,
with
I-
people. Of course, this was the go-go 80s.
Yeah, it's a different look. For example, I remember in high school, and mind you, we're all older than Pony here, right?
Yes.
There are some questionable
Glastonbury
dresses,
students.
questionable for the adults, not for the kids there, right?
Right.
There were a group of girls that said that they weren't going to wear underwear because they didn't want lines in their dresses, and they told all the guys they weren't wearing underwear.
Right.
And it was like this was 10 years ago, 20
is
years,
true.
15 years ago now.
And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm just quoting statistics off the top of my head.
Yes.
With all this type of activity, with the grinding and with all this that's going on, and perhaps a little more overtly sexual behavior at these high school dances, haven't the statistics for teen pregnancy gone in the right direction over the last
you know,
few
it
years?
seems to me, I think you're right.
I think kids are better educated. They really. Not going to be the same way.
I need to click rewind on the TiVo for a
Kids
second.
are better educated, is what I'm saying.
About these women that weren't wearing underwear to the high school dance
Yeah.
because they feared lines.
You went to a high school dance and women didn't wear underwear?
well,
All the women in my class must
I
have
miss
loved.
that?
well,
They
because
must have
didn't
loved
want,
lines.
They didn't want lines in their dresses. That's what they told us. They would tell us they weren't wearing underwear.
Wow.
Really?
I don't know how that came up.
You know what? If there was a girl in the class of '89 that didn't wear underwear, there would be a line to see her. That's
Yeah.
But you know what? I didn't know what that meant.
I'd be saying, get up on the table.
yeah. I'd say get the band off the stage. This is the entertainment. Step right up there.
Now, hold on.
In high school.
If a girl in your high school
Yes.
said that she is not wearing underwear,
Yes.
you guys wouldn't ignore it. Somebody would confirm or deny that.
I mean, yeah, of course that happened.
It did?
Yes.
Multiple women?
Yes, it was a group of girls that went together.
And they all went sans panties?
It was the group of girls that went with a group of guys that I went with.
What type of outerwear did they...
They were wearing dresses.
Dresses?
Yes.
High-cut dresses?
I don't really remember. To be
Oh,
honest
come
with
on.
you.
You've got to
It
remember
was
you're a guy.
They're homecoming dresses.
Oh, so long floor-length
Yes,
dresses.
yeah, formal dresses.
Oh, okay.
I only remember that once, and it was this is going to make me creepy that I remember it this well.
Right.
It was 8th grade art class, and I won't reveal her last name, but I could. Her name was Jennifer, and the rumor got around she was not wearing underwear that day. No work got done. No work got done.
I remember.
At all.
That's
We're
like-
all trying to figure out how to drop our pencil.
I
That's
ran with a
commonplace
lot of
these
towards
days.
my senior year for the senior prom. I ran with the cool kids in school, and there was this very
Yeah, you did.
There was a strange girl
So
that lived
did
in my
they.
town. She was kind of a strange girl. She wasn't all that unattractive.
Yeah.
She was kind of strange, and she lived alone with just her mother. Her father wasn't there.
She
Her
looked like
mother was-
Ali Sheedy
her
in The
mother-
Breakfast Club.
No, her mother was very well known in town to be like a religious zealot, like over crazy. And so we had the one of the best looking guys in school, as kind of a joke, asked her out.
That's really mean.
And he asked her
Isn't
out.
that 10 Rules?
Yeah.
Wasn't that the plot of a movie?
Yeah, no, so he asked her out, and she came. She came to the dance, and what we didn't know was the really good-looking guy had gotten together with his friends, and they were going to try to make her be the prom queen, and then they put pig's blood. How long did it take for you guys to get the plot? How long did it take for you to get the plot
just
of
a moment
Carrie?
ago.
I was like, that's so mean.
You know what?
Then they dumped the pig's blood on, and all of a sudden, it's like she turned one way, and all the doors closed, and the teacher got crushed by the window.
The weird thing is that that's not the most horrifying Carrie I know. So it's not.
When does the new Carrie come out?
It's out.
It's out already.
Yeah. It'll be on video at about 10 o'clock tonight.
Oh, so it got terrible reviews. It didn't get a big splash with all.
Did
that.
it?
Did well at the box office.
A medium break opening.
I am so out of touch sometimes with things. I hate that. I hate.
What do you mean?
How did I miss Carrie? I love horror movies. How did I miss Carrie? It got a crappy little marketing rollout, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, they did that great viral video in the coffee shop.
Yeah, we talked about it on the show.
Oh, that's it. And then so that was the same week it was going to come out.
Who played Carrie's mom in that movie?
Oh,
the
boy.
original one. I'm trying to think. She said, he touched me,
fantastic.
and I liked it.
Great actress.
I'll open the show with this week.
Great
Just
actress.
one final question for Pony.
Yes. Yeah.
When you went to dances, what type of dance was there? There was grinding, there was dancing, but there was probably women that would wear kind of, really sexually.
Did anybody do the sans
explicit
underwear
dresses?
thing, Pony, when you were at school?
Nobody really did the sans underwear, but there were a lot of thongs and a lot of short skirts.
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, look at you. You know about that.
When you went to the spring dance, were you ever used as the maypole?
Stop it. Stop picking on him. He's been picked on enough today.
Piper Laurie is the name.
Piper Laurie,
great
actress.
Yeah.
So when you were there, Pony, what do you think of this? Being younger than we are and more recently out of high school than all of us, what is your impression of this contract?
I think it's a little stupid, but if they have a problem with it at their school, then I guess they have to do what they have to do.
See, that's the thing. That's what was the news story, Oscar? When you were hearing the news story, was there a group of parents that were kind of protest, or was it the kids that were bitching about this?
I think this is the first time it's happened in this area. The fact that there's an actual contract, you can't. They're making people sign something before they go to a dance.
And you know what this is to me? This is when we in radio had to sign something that if we said something wrong, we would be responsible.
Oh, so they're just covering their asses.
They're covering their ass. This is
legally
an ass
covering their asses.
That's what they're doing.
Right.
And that, you know what? That's the aspect of it that I hate. If they're going to enforce it to make it a better, more productive environment for students at the dance,
right,
then I'm okay with it. But if they're covering their ass legally, then screw them.
I agree. You'd have to talk. We'll see if it gets any traction when this happens. Obviously, you heard it on the news.
I'll say this. I heard it on the news, but I remember walking into our where do we get our clothes tailored? The one or two things we get a year done. That Asian place down the corner.
Oh, Tang's
yeah,
Tailors.
Tang's. And she's ruthless, right?
Yeah, that's right.
She will yell at you.
She's incredibly.
But she's a great tailor.
And she's funny as hell.
And she's funny.
Got a great following.
And a full day supply of vitamin C.
I remember walking in.
Tang.
And there were these three girls with their prom dresses on that they're getting hemmed, right? And I remember sitting there and I was like, I need to just get out of here. I want to drop off some jeans. I'd split the crotch, right? So,
which he always does.
Wow, you know what? Maybe step up a size.
That's right.
I said, can I just drop this? She said, I'll be done in a second. So for 15 minutes, I sat there and watched these girls.
Ay caramba!
Try on their dresses. Like
Shannon, where's my iPhone? It's under the table. Okay. There we go.
It always splits my crotch, though.
Yeah, it does.
Todd, hey Todd, I'll pick you up in just a second. Okay, let me do one more crunch. Okay, there we go.
These dresses, there was so much glitter. And
right.
so little fabric. That
so
I was
they were
like,
showing a lot of their skin?
Well, things have certainly changed.
Would you say for the better?
Yeah, I actually left and went to the UPS store next door because I felt like a pervert.
Wow. Contract or no? Yes. Yay or nay?
No.
No. Rob
let them
Stewart.
dance.
No, let them be parents.
Me too.
Yeah.
You gotta let the parents parent, teachers teach.
Exactly.
They don't need a contract. I mean, just tell the kids to behave well and throw the kids out of the dance if they start having sex on the dance floor.
Parents parent, teachers teach, and disc jockeys have opinions.
Amen, baby. Hey, we'll take a break. Come back with news you may not need right after this. Everybody.
When I'm back on top in June.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show.
That's life.
Anyway, This segment of the program brought to you by aclens.com, your full-service direct delivery contact lens supply company. They have an easy-to-use website at AC Lens. They have great prices, and they have amazing customer service. How is Carrie enjoying her contact lenses?
I love seeing Carrie with her glasses off. She's so pretty. And the thing is that, contacts are a hassle. So a lot of times she just wear her glasses. However, you get one box with your prescription on it. Go to the AC Lens website, put in your prescription. They have every contact lens that's made. 3 days later, they're at your house at a better price than your doctor has.
Order yours today. Go to aclens.com. Click on the microphone. You know the code. It's TMOS, but they put 20 on there.
Right.
TMOS 20. What's the 20 for? You get 20% off all orders. So remember that code again. Go to aclens.com and use the code TMOS20. That will get you 20% off all orders with free returns on everything. That promo code, let me give it to you one more time, TMOS20. Hit that disclaimer, Rob Spiewak.
Oh, I forgot.
Offer may not be combined with any other coupon sales or special offers at AC Lens. Offer not valid on Ray-Ban, Polo, Ralph Lauren, DKNY, Smith, SunCloud, Superdry, or Oakley brand products.
Start getting 20% off today at aclens.com, and we thank them in advance.
From around the globe, across the nation, looking through your neighbor's window, the Mike O'Mara Show now presents News You May Not Need, a comprehensive look at the stories you may or may not be talking about during your daily activity. And now, News You May Not Need.
Right at the beginning of News You May Not Need, we want to send our thoughts and prayers out to all the families in Sparks, Nevada, affected by this terrible, terrible tragedy. Students at a Nevada middle school were filing off buses and reuniting with friends on the playground after a week-long vacation when pops of gunfire shattered the morning calm. Children fled the campus for their lives before the first bell rang. Police said a Sparks Middle School student was the lone shooter who injured two classmates, killed himself, and took the life of an 8th grade math teacher who tried to stop the rampage and is being heralded as a hero. Monday, this all happened. The teacher is 45-year-old former serviceman Michael Lansbury. He was being hailed for trying to protect students from a shooting that was witnessed by 20 or 30 of them. Just a terrible day. And
Sickening again.
Another incident of gun violence in schools. Very, very sad. We have a lot of heroes, including our children and our fallen hero, an amazing teacher, and that's Pedro Martinez, the superintendent of the Washoe County School District. So in Sparks, Nevada, we have a lot of listeners out there, and please, our prayers go out to all you guys getting through a very, very difficult tragedy. Crammed into conference rooms with pizza for dinner, some programmers building the Obama administration's Showcase Health Insurance website were growing increasingly stressed. Some workers past 10 p.m. In drinks in hand. Others rewrote computer code over and over to meet what they consider to be last-minute requests for changes from the government or other contractors. As questions mount over the website's failure, insider interviews and a rare review of technical specs by the Associated Press found a mind-numbingly complex system put together by harried programmers who pushed out a final product that congressional investigators said was tested by the government and not private developers with more expertise. That's why it's becoming a cluster F.
The number one complaint with the new Obamacare website is that it's really hard to buy the bonus show.
Much easier to go to Mike O'Mara's show's website.
And we really piece of cake. Just come on over.
Well, because we waited, and we got it right before we did our rollout.
That's right, our rollout.
Do we have it right before our rollout in November?
Cross your fingers.
Oh, God, thank you. Authorities moved hundreds of people from isolated mountain communities and low-lying shore areas as a strong hurricane, Raymond, loomed off Mexico's already storm-battered southern Pacific coast. Guerrero State Governor Angel Aguirre urged people to stay off the street, roads, and highways. Raymond's coming. Anyway, this was Tuesday. Dangerous rain. It's a Category 3 storm. The behavior of the storm is completely erratic and unpredictable, and so this is just sitting off the coast, spinning and dumping all of this rain in that area of Mexico.
Erratic and unpredictable, like an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond.
Hey, shut up! Although forecasts predict Raymond Center wouldn't come ashore, the storm is still threatening to push heavy rains over the soaked region, sustain widespread damage in September from floods and landslides set off by Tropical Storm Manuel. It's a double whammy for those people, and we wish them a very best of luck. Dolly Parton is at home resting after being treated and released for minor injuries she suffered in a car crash she described as a fender bender.
Really?
Kurt Webster says Parton was already home Monday afternoon following the accident and happened shortly before noon in Nashville. Parton says in a statement that she's all good.
Did you see the clip of her on the Queen Latifah show?
No.
I think that show airs this week. She actually comes out and does a rap. But the thing is, she's got a huge, even over the top for her wig.
Right.
But you'll love the fact she's in a bodysuit. And she still looks good for and she's like 80, isn't she?
I think she's 65.
I'll find the age.
I'm not sure. She said in a statement that she's all good, just a little tired and sore.
Yeah.
Tired and sore. Like Wendell Hall.
Wendell, after he went to the whorehouse.
Yes. I'm just tired and sore.
Leave me alone.
Police say this
67,
67-year-old Country Music Hall of Fame member was riding in an SUV that was hit by another vehicle. Parton and 2 others were taken to local hospitals for treatment. A news release says none of the injuries appeared serious. So safe speed, Godspeed, Dolly Parton.
You've been with her. I mean, you've met her.
Years ago.
Yeah.
Decades
when
ago.
She was hot.
Not really. In 2002.
I like her.
This is, I have to dance around this for broadcast standards.
Sure.
In 2002, Russell Brand did a documentary series in Britain called R.E. Brand, or Rebrand. The purpose of the new show at the time was to explore social taboos. At the time, Russell was pretty deep into his addictions to alcohol and heroin, so it's not really surprising that once he found himself in the bathroom of a gay bar giving a manual favor to a friend.
Well,
not a friend, just a stranger.
As a rule, so then he was also Hurricane Manuel.
In a recent British podcast, Russell says he wondered if maybe the reason he wasn't gay was because he grew up in an environment where homosexuality would have been difficult to express. So he, quote, trawled around Soho, going to various gay bars, gay gyms, trying to pick people up with a film crew.
Well, and even though that's probably not the best judgment, it's still so much smarter than remaking Arthur.
He said he went into a one bar offering his services, and the guy took him up on it. Apparently, while this was going on, the guy asked if he could touch Russell.
Of course.
And Russell said the guy touched him while Russell was finishing the job.
Wow.
So to speak.
I think that's terrific.
He started his own massage parlor.
It's pretty nasty. Yeah. There is now scientific proof you should watch football and get drunk with your friends, Oscar Santana. According to a new study out of Oxford University in England, men who hang out with their friends twice a week are healthier, happier, more generous, and get sick less often than men who don't spend enough time with their friends.
I think I have a headache.
The researchers say hanging with your friends is good for your mental health, which translates into physical health.
Like that.
They didn't study whether it was healthy for women to hang out with their friends, so they don't have their results yet.
Todd and I hung out yesterday, and then we're recording Tech 401 on Wednesday, because Apple has their big announcement today.
Oh,
so
really?
I'll meet my quota by Wednesday.
Awesome job.
Aren't 4 tablets dropping today?
I think they are.
Wow.
And now a little something. If you're in a position where you could be arrested for something, your best bet is to avoid the police.
Yes.
On Friday, a 27-year-old guy in New Zealand was standing on a street corner at 11 p.m. trying to hail a taxi, and there weren't any cabs around.
Okay.
So when he saw a cop car drive by, he decided it was close enough and tried to hail that instead. But obviously the cops aren't chauffeurs, so they kept driving by,
right on,
which ticked the guy off. And that's when he walked into the middle of the road and gave them the finger.
Good move.
They immediately turned around, pulled over, started questioning him, and realized he's a complete moron.
Yeah.
Because he apparently reeked of marijuana, and it turned out that he had a bag of pot on him. Oh, plus, he owed the city $2,400 in unpaid fines.
Jeez.
Wow.
That's the guy you want to see flipping off the cops.
Yeah.
In the end, the guy did end up getting a ride from the cops. Unfortunately for him, it was to jail. The guy said, quote, he'd be okay with that as long as the cops had snacks in the car. Marijuana. Tried and true, stereotypical marijuana joke as we go to break. We will come back with the Audio Vault and Rob Spiewak right after this, everybody. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Brand new client for the Mike O'Mara Show. We're delighted to have eVoice on. And eVoice 2 is really a terrific new product. You love this. You're all about this.
That's great.
If you're an entrepreneur, when your phone rings, business is on the line. Look, the reality of the world with people reinventing themselves, with people starting small businesses. Hello. Like the one we do. This is happening all over the country. And eVoice is a simple technology that makes sure every customer call is handled properly without having a massive staff or having to pay people, so you never leave money on the table. How? You just take the cell phone out of your pocket. You are now looking at your receptionist and your business phone system. eVoice gives you a toll-free or local number that routes calls to anywhere you are. This is easy-to-use technology, and it could save you hundreds of thousands of dollars over the years. All you have to do is go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click on the eVoice banner and get started with your home business today. You can be one person in your home with a home-based business, and you can make it sound to your clients and the people that you want to sell to like you've got hundreds of people there. They make sure that every call is answered professionally. You never miss a customer. eVoice then transcribes your voicemails and email, and they text it right to you. This is amazing. I mean, absolutely amazing technology.
Can I add this? So Mike was smart enough to actually record his own message.
Right.
They can do it for you, or
Yes.
they can give you a computer-generated voice.
Oh,
So you don't
awesome.
have to have all the tools on your hand. They give those to you.
Right.
Also, if you call our number now, you could reach advertising sales.
Yep.
You could reach customer service, which is Ponyboy.
Right.
And the S&D line, where you could leave a message for the show if you'd like.
What
We
is
have
our
the
phone
number?
number?
Yes, 800-440-8167.
Cool.
800-440-8167.
We are using eVoice right now in the Mike O'Mara Show. You get all the benefits of an expensive commercial phone system, but eVoice starts, are you ready for this?
Yes.
$10 per month, people.
Fantastic.
Plus, you get a free 30-day trial. That is just a way, so many of these clients know now that if you've got the great product, you give people a chance to try it for free, and they will get on board with you. That's the way it
Absolutely.
works. You got to go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click on the eVoice banner. That's our website, MikeO'MaraShow.com. Click on the eVoice banner, and we thank you very much. Without further ado, let's open up the audio vault for Tuesday, October 22nd, 2013. Rob Spiewak.
Let's bring back an old favorite, Mike. This is Choose Your News.
Okay.
Do you want to start with the good or the bad?
The bad.
All right. We've had sort of fun lately isolating vocals of individual singers.
Yes.
And sort of spotlighting how great they can sound.
I thought you were going to have Jenna Jameson as the bad.
No, the bad comes later with her.
Okay.
We're
I'm
going to
eager
start
for
with
that
the
one.
bad. Now, we've talked about, when we go to Las Vegas, some shows we might see, and a name that has been thrown out there, Britney Spears.
Britney Spears.
And you want to know, when you go see Britney on
I'd
stage,
go see that show in a heartbeat.
are you paying to hear her sing, or are you paying for the costumes, the lights, the dancers, and the production?
I'd be more than happy to pay for the latter.
Okay, I want you to hear a little bit of Britney isolated in 2001 on stage in Las Vegas.
Okay.
So what you're hearing is her singing
2001?
along. Yeah, this is an older tape
Okay.
because, you know what, I don't think they want this to get out.
Right.
This is her singing along to herself because there's a pre-recorded vocal track when she's
Okay.
doing all the dancing. First of all, the song, I'm a Slave for You. Here's Britney, how she actually sounds.
All the people look at me like I'm a little girl. What did you ever think it'd be okay for me to step into this world? Always saying little girl.
Now, what you're seeing
Is
in the
this
theater.
fair to her, though?
Yeah, it is.
Really?
She had to sing live. Better.
But with all that dancing?
Then don't dance, sing.
Okay.
But you know what? I just think
No
you know,
argument there.
How about the song "Lucky"? You're going to be lucky,
Okay.
when you hear it.
Hollywood girl.
Oh my God! Not even close. And you know what? That's not being out of breath. Those are pitch issues.
Wait, was this during her like drug?
I was thinking the exact same thing.
Maybe she just
This
wasn't.
is when Britney was like walking around with lattes and getting ready to shave her head, right?
Barefoot with a big gooey frap.
Exactly.
Well, anyway, so when you go see Britney, and if we do, we'll give you a grade on it, but that's
Possibility.
what you're seeing. Now, on the other hand, then there are the people that have voices that are fantastic. I think you like this guy, Robert Plant.
Robert Plant.
I've
Big
never
fan.
run into this one isolated before. Here's a little bit of Robert Plant without any instrumental
Back in the
backing.
day?
Yeah.
Sometimes I grow so tired. But I know I've got one thing I got to do. I ramble on. And now's the time is now. Sing my song. I'm going round the world, I gotta find my girl.
Pretty good. It sounds more like
Yeah, I
this
don't-
normally.
I don't think
Sometimes I grow so tired.
I don't think he can do that anymore.
Thing I got to do. I ramble on.
That sounds cool.
Although he did say that he recently found some quarter-inch tapes in his house. How would you like to be Robert Plant and you're cleaning out your closet and you find unreleased Zeppelin masters?
Oh, my God.
And he says, yeah, I found some stuff. I think we're going to probably work on releasing them. Apparently, there's a few that have John Paul Jones, the bassist, doing lead vocals on songs.
Oh, my God.
And he's saying he'll release it as long as John Paul Jones doesn't meet his price, because he's threatened him. He says he's not a great singer, and he said if he gives me enough, I won't release him. But there's new Zeppelin stuff that can be released.
Very cool. I'd love
cool.
to hear that. That would be exciting.
All right, now you alluded to it earlier. Jenna Jameson did the Good Day New York show, and I like Good Day New York.
Anna Nicole Revisited.
I love Good Day New York because that's where we got your voice of Herb Welch.
Yeah.
Originally, that was that show.
How you doing?
Yeah, which is the local wake up New York show.
Yeah. Fox 5, new people on it.
Yeah, but they had Jenna Jameson on, and she looked atrocious, and she didn't really sound that great.
She was on something, and we don't know what it was.
She's promoting her new novel, Mike.
This appears to be, at this time of the morning, I would assume this is a morning show.
Yeah.
She, so really, that's getting out of bed and taking something right away, in my opinion. Or
I think the night was carrying over.
I don't think so. I think she was completely, that looked like a fresh tranquilizer high that she was
we
on.
can put this on our YouTube page, but I want you to hear some of the highlights. She does, you know what, and she used to be reasonably
She's
hot.
whacked out.
Well, I mean, I didn't want it to be exact of what I've always done, so I kind of made up a fantastic, yummy story.
Oh,
Jenna,
do you think you're so good that you can go on a TV show
and fake it?
I hate this crap.
I just figured it would be fun. I understand. I was always really good at being monogamous.
Yeah.
While I was working, I'd love to be just with him.
You know what? She's monogamous right now. She's only taking Percocet.
Some set of painkiller or tranquilizer.
Yeah, I think so. Anyway,
like the old school dart.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on her.
Is that all you have of that?
I just have some highlights. We can post the whole thing up there.
Very good.
The interview was probably like about 4.5 minutes, and they did cut it rather abruptly.
And really, the audio is okay, but the
you gotta
full
see it.
video, you see it because she does
Somebody
a lot
was
of that.
yelling,
Yeah.
"Get her off there!"
Speaking of someone you must see, and this will shock you, Mike, because this is a guy that is hard to get to open up, but Joe Theismann has issued a statement.
Oh, has he really?
Yeah, about...
what's the matter with Joe?
Well, no, he's issued a statement regarding the team name.
Oh, what does Joe say?
Here's Joe Theismann.
Well, I think, the president certainly has his right, just like all of us do, to be entitled to opinions about things. I can just say this, that I was very proud to wear the Redskin uniform and represent the Native American nations of this country as proudly as we could with such great honor. I mean, after we won the Super Bowl, I was given an Indian headdress, and I was very, very honored by that. So to me, whatever someone decides, someone's going to decide, but I was very proud to wear that uniform.
Should he have not said...
That's good. He's not coming out and making a statement.
Should he have said Native American headdress, though?
I don't know.
I don't either.
It just makes me laugh, though, because you're trying not to do the stereotype, and then I was given an Indian headdress.
Yeah.
It's just,
Also...
just to get it over with. You guys aren't going to win. You're not going to win. You're not going to win the war.
Also, I don't have tape of it, but I hear Reagan said at that time, as an honor, he drank heap'em big firewater. Did you see Obama's speech with the lady fainting?
I saw that, yes.
This is actually, and they're saying that he caught her. He did not catch her. He actually just spoke to her, but he
touched her. He steadied her.
He steadied her, but she didn't actually fall. This is during
She really looked like she was going to go, too.
I was surprised she made it through the speech at all with her life.
Mm-hmm.
She's actually with child and a diabetic. And I guess it was either low or high blood sugar, and she started to pass out during Obama's speech. He handled it very well, as always.
To free families from the pervasive fear that one illness... There you go. You okay? I'm right here. I got you.
Yeah, you do.
No, you're okay. This happens when I talk too long. You'll be okay. Here, why don't you go ski on it?
And she's fine.
Yeah.
She's pregnant and diabetic.
Yeah. She needs Obamacare.
Anyway, he said to himself, "Good catch."
You know, you almost think was that
people are
I
saying
thought about it.
set up. People were talking about it today.
What a great way to get
set up.
Yeah. And it's funny that you mentioned Obamacare. Let's call the hotline.
Hello, and welcome to healthcare.gov, the place where you can learn about signing up for affordable health care. Your application is very important to us. Right now, there are 8 million people ahead of you in line. Your estimated wait time is
forever.
That's from Jimmy Kimmel. That's your Magic Audio Vault. Have a great day, everybody.
That's fantastic. I love that. Anyway, for tech support questions for the Mike O'Mara Show, contact our man Ponyboy at MikeO'MaraShow.com. All correspondence for our show can be sent to TMOS, P.O. Box 3, Manassas, Virginia, 20108. And Oscar Santana, we've got a brand new phone number.
800-440-8161.
And what are we looking
67,
for?
I apologize.
Oh, give it one more time.
800-440-8167.
We'll take your phone calls on anything you want to talk about, and the prompts will direct you towards the right department. You can have fun with it, too, right? You can just say hello.
People have started having fun with it.
Oh, they already got it. Give the number one more time.
800-440-8167.
For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, Mike O'Mara saying see you next time. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Now that the show is over, don't forget to get started with a free 30-day trial of eVoice. eVoice gives you a toll-free or local number so you can take business calls from anywhere and always sound like you're at the office. Also, eVoice has great features like dial-by-name directory and even transcribes your voicemail so you can read them at your convenience. Go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and click on the eVoice banner for your 30-day free trial.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.